All right, guys, welcome. So today we're going to be testing a 5-second strategy that has been going very popular on Pocket Option at the moment and on YouTube. Essentially, it's a 5-second strategy using the 30-second candles, and we are capitalizing on the short-term trends and the short-term momentum. So how it will work is when the 30-second candle closes, we carefully watch the first 5 seconds of the candle. What we want is a strong move in one direction before like any sort of flipping. So we see there, in the first 5 seconds of that move, there was a strong move downwards for those first 5 seconds. We don't want a candle that's constantly flipping up and down, right? So in the first 5 seconds of that 30-second candle, it went down completely, and we knew we could take a 5-second sell. Let's see what happens over here. Let's just update our trading amounts to 2.84. You see how it went down there? After the first 5 seconds, we would have taken a sell and it would continue downwards. We're just playing and working with the trends. So I'm using the trading calculator over here. I took one trade and I won that one trade over there. So let me do this for your guys' sanity. Let me get rid of my camera. There we go. All right, now let's get into the trading session. So we see a strong move for the first 5 seconds here. So we're going to take a sell. And we're just going to be back testing this and seeing how it performs. But there we go. There is once again another win. So we're just going to constantly update this trading calculator. I'm actually going to zoom this out like that so that you can see it a lot better and see this profit chart a lot better. Right, so let's keep going and see how this performs. So we see here it goes up and then it goes down, up and down. We don't want that because that's a market that is essentially hesitating. We want in the first 5 seconds a pure move either up or down where we can then take at 25 seconds, when it shows 25 seconds on the timer, we will take a trade in that direction. We need to use smart risk management where our percentage that we are trading with is 1% of our account size. And we use that throughout the entire session. We will then obviously aim for a take profit goal and a stop loss goal, but it will take probably a little bit too longer than we need for this entire video. It's just to showcase and test whether the strategy actually works or not. So we've got 10 seconds here before our next candle forms, and then we will see if we are provided with a trading opportunity or not. So let's see over here. So here we go, brand new candle. It looks like we're going down strongly. So at 25 seconds, we're going to take a sell. And we're going to ride with this trend. And we lost that one. So we're going to update that loss over there. And we're just pretty much going to keep following this and keep testing it. So the logic behind it is in a 30-second candle, there's plenty 5-second candles, correct? So in the first 5 seconds, it should give us the idea of where it wants to go. You see how it's flipping like that? We don't want to be trading in that market because it's consolidating. And at that point, we would just be gambling. So those aren't great trades to be taking. We want to be taking trades where the market is completely certain and sure of where it wants to go. So let's see if we get that in the next 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Here we go. Let's have a look. It looks like the market's bouncing around quite a bit. So I'd probably expect the same from the next candle. There we go. That's completely fine. We will just have to wait for the next candle. Whilst we're waiting, let me break down this whole calculator. So we have our initial capital. For our trade size, we use 1% of it. We can update our wins and losses using this button. And that will automatically update everything else for us, whether we're going for our profits or we're hitting a stop loss. It gives us a percentage of our completion and how far we are. Let's look at what we are given here. It looks like we are, once again, hesitating in the market here, so we're not going to take a trade. It's very important to be smart and disciplined and patient when you're trading, because you can see here, we could have been taking all these trades during these hesitating markets, but we would have been losing money. Whereas we're smart and we're currently sitting in a little bit of profit on a $2.84 trade. And keep in mind, because your initial capital at the start of a session is 283.77, you will use this trade amount throughout the entire session. So there you see how it was hesitating up and down. Once again, we would not have taken that trade. We need a completely certain market. Also, at the end of a session, once you've hit your targets over here, we can end the session and then it will update our profits over 2 weeks when you can then go and analyze. Right, let's see what we get here. Another hesitating market. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change pairs here because we aren't being given many opportunities to trade. And it is quite slow. It is a slow strategy, but I've heard very good things because we are still in profit at the moment. But that's why we are making this video, to see if we're going to make potential profit from it or not on this demo account. Right, let's see now. Here we go. This looks like a strong move downwards if we don't have a flip. No, we don't. So we can take a trade for a sell. And it looks like we're going to win this one. So we can update that win over there into our calculator. And we're currently sitting on $5 of profit. Yes, it's taken us 6.5 minutes, but we've made $5. It's a consistent way to trade. So keep that in mind. Right, we have a really, really strong move downwards here. It looks like this market's much better. We're going to take a sell now and see how this performs. Strong reversal upwards, but then back down once again. So we can update for another win on our calculator. Very good trade there. There we go, running the script. And we're up $7.50. So let's wait once again and we will keep trading. See what's going on here on our next candle. So good move upwards. This looks really healthy for another buy. At 25 seconds, we'll take a buy and see what happens. Again, so let's update that win. So another cool thing about the calculator is it uses smart risk management of aiming towards 30 units of profit for your take profit and 10 units of losses for your stop loss. So right now, we are only 12% progressive towards our take profit because we've only made $10 here on the demo account, but the goal is 85. So we are obviously given the verdict that we need to keep trading. I don't believe we will hit that target this video, but it's more just to showcase the power behind the strategy if that is the case, because I have been hearing good things about it. It's been going very popular on Pocket Option in the communities, all over binary options, as well as on Pocket Option. So this is a strong sell here, which we're going to take. Let's see how this performs. We lose this trade, so we're going to update for a loss. And then we can change the market. Every now and then you need to change the market to keep the strategy fresh, to keep your profitability consistent. But so far, 8.5 minutes into the video, up $7.38 is really, really good. So here you see how it was hesitating there. We had a bit of a pink candle and then it flipped. That's just the hesitant market. You want to be trading in the markets that are providing you with these constant streaks upwards, right? It needs to be sure. It needs to be certain. We don't want to be trading in these consolidating zones. So let's have a look here and see what the next trade could possibly be. So once again, as we expected, another hesitation. There is probably a lot of news occurring right now. If we have a look, okay, no, not at the moment. Actually, no, yes, in 4 minutes' time there is news, and then in 24 minutes' time as well. Even though they're low impacts, we've got medium impact coming in half an hour. So the markets are going to be quite volatile. So not really the best time to trade, but we need to see how the strategy works. So this looks like a strong move downwards here without any reversals. So we can take the sell and we can have a look. We lose that. Okay. So now we're sitting at $5 of profit. It's been 10 minutes, which still isn't bad. We're only 2 units of profit up, which isn't necessarily substantial. So it's not looking too promising with the strategy at the moment, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, this is the sell here, as you would expect, because of that strong move downwards. No reversal in the first 5 seconds. At 25 seconds, we took that sell and we won. Right, now we're back up to 3 units of profit. So let's keep testing. Coming into 3 seconds left here, and let's have a look and see where this market wants to go. It is hesitating quite a lot there. So this is not going to be a tradable market at the moment, just because it's in a consolidation region here. I would expect though to this to obviously start continuing downwards. So we might be getting some selling opportunities in the future. So we'll stay on this market and we'll see what happens in 10 seconds. Let's see here. Here we go. A strong push up at 25 seconds. We'll take this buy and we lose. So for everyone watching, you guys can give this a go, give it a test, and let me know what could obviously improve this. Maybe you should only be trading it with a trend, or maybe with indicators to make it more probable as a strategy. Because I definitely see the power behind it. Like, you're trading with the momentum of the first 5 seconds, but it looks like it's getting wrecked by these reversals. As you can see on the graph, it's not necessarily making substantial profit. We're only $1.50 up. We obviously took that. We missed that trade there, which I think we were meant to take. Wait, no, we did take this trade, and it just didn't work out for us, which is okay. Here it looks like it wants to go downwards, so we'll take this sell over here, and we will see how it does. Again, so this is one of the slowest strategies, but from what I'm seeing from this graph, it looks very up and down. So you need to be smarter with your take profit. I'd say look at your graph, and the next time you hit a sort of take profit level like this, right? When you reach that peak, I'd say take your profits. That's the beauty behind seeing these graphs, is because you will get back to a level like this, and you won't know if you should take that profit or not. But obviously, if we get back to one of these peaks, you should effectively take a profit, and that's what I think I'm going to be trying to do in this video, theoretically. So let us do this. So first 5 seconds, it looks like this is going up, so we'll take that trade and move with the trend. Hopefully no reversals. Strong reversal against us, that's okay. And we are pretty much back down to $1 profit. So this is a very up and down strategy. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. I don't understand the the hype behind it. I know it's only been 13 trades, but it's only like very small profits that we are working with. Obviously, it depends on your account size that you are trading with. But yeah, oh, there we go. There's a win. So, guys, I think I'm going to be aiming for. Let's have a look here. I think I'm going to aim for this profits level here, right? Back on $10. I think that's going to be my target for this session, just because this strategy is just so up and down. Let's see here. It's already moving around, which is not what you want. And yeah, it's only been a couple trades. Of course, we are up money, but if a strategy was truly powerful, it would be probably back up at this peak already, because we have been in a bit of drawdown, as you can see from this downtrend here. So let's have a look and see if we can start working up towards those $10. Another flip of the candle. And I think this is, or possibly will cause a lot of frustration in a lot of traders, because for another trader, they possibly could be down. And when they're trying to take trades, they'll be stuck in a cycle of where they wait 30 seconds thinking they're going to get that opportunity to trade, and then it does the reversal. Then they have to wait a whole 30 seconds again. Like, let's see, maybe it happens here. Okay, we do get our trade opportunity to take a buy. Very strong spike upwards. This should be a win. No, strong reversal against us. So yeah, it's a very up and down strategy. There's obviously we had that streak over there of I think it was 3 wins in a row, but ever since then it's just been downhill. Let's see what we can get here. Hopefully a sol. Right, there we go. In for a sol. And we win again. And you can see here, guys, the profit's just going up and down. And of course, the losses are bigger because of that 92% payout. But yeah, I think I'm going to work up towards this peak rather, towards like a $5 profit. Just keep it very small for the strategy. There, once again, another flip. So now we have to go and wait another 30 seconds. And that's something that I would struggle with as a trader trying to trade this is just the patience that it requires, you know. So, and you can just tell from the graph, this is going to be a really difficult strategy to use. So I would still recommend it because we are in profit, but not significant profit. Like after 16 trades, we're only up 2 units of profit. So yeah, and also it's quite a time heavy, time constraining strategy because you have to wait 30 seconds before you can even take a trade. That still isn't guaranteed that you win, and that just builds frustration, builds emotion, and traders don't exhibit the quality of trades that they can. But yeah, we're probably gonna end it in like 5 trades time and see where we can get to after those 5 trades. So yeah, we will essentially just do that and see how we perform. Right there, I believe, is that a break even? Okay, that's a break even trade. So we won't record it into here. I believe it was a break even. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's a break even trade. All right. Let's see here now. Once again, it's flipping. So for me, very frustrating. Um, but maybe you want to go with the slower version of trading, which is completely up to you. I prefer a faster form of trading because of how my mind works and what I'm used to. But if you want slow, consistent profits, this might be the one. But you need to be able to overcome these up and down streaks. So here's an opportunity to buy. I would never buy there just because it's peaked up so high. But obviously, we're following the strategy and we won that. So we've got 3 trades left, currently up $6.24, so pretty significant actually. And let's see out of these next 3 trades if we can get some profit, and then we'll obviously analyze. So here we're going downwards, providing us with a trading opportunity at 25. We're going to take a sell, and it looks like it's going to win. There we go, another win. All right, so now we're at 8.85 with 2 trades to go. And it looks like we have broken out of that sort of losing streak that we did experience. It did hold strong at the bottom, but we were going up and down. So we might be on a good winning streak here, a good run. This looks like a buying opportunity that we'll take at 25 seconds. We're going to take this buy, and it's going upwards strongly. It's all we got that reversal. So we're going to record that loss, and we'll move on to our final trade before the 20 minutes is up on this session, and that will be 20 trades. So it's basically a trade every minute because not every candle is going to give you that opportunity to trade just because it's obviously reverses. But here we are given, oh no, we aren't given that. Wait, no, we were given that opportunity to sell, and we won the trade. So we won that trade, and we finished the session with 8.63 in profit. After 20 trades, we're given an expected value of 0.43 per trade. So we're making that every single trade we take, which is pretty good. Think about it. Like even if you took a loss, you would make that in the long run, which is substantial. In those 20 minutes of trading, we were able to make 10% of our target. So is that a feasible and viable way of trading? Not necessarily, because then you're going to have to dedicate probably 200 minutes of your day, which is almost more than 3 hours to make $85. So is it really worth it? Obviously, this is on almost close to a $3 trade size. So is it really worth it? Probably not. You need a faster strategy, a strategy with the it's got a good win rate, but the problem with the strategy is the time element. So if you do have a lot of time on your hands, it is it is worth it. But if you don't and you want faster profits, this is not for you because it's just going to build frustration in your trading. Because yeah, $8 in 20 minutes might be worth it for some people. Obviously, for me, it isn't. I'm used to making pretty much $5,000, $6,000 in that time span with my main strategy inside of the community and the program. So I wouldn't necessarily see this as a useful way of trading for me, but for someone that's trying to grow and build a consistent income, it might be for you because you can see how it's consistent through those losing streaks. Of course, you have your winners, but the losing streaks seem to hold and it seems to go back to break even. And it's a smart way of trading because you're just capitalizing on this momentum. So to summarize it, I'd say if you are very busy, this isn't a strategy for you purely because it's going to take a lot of time to make even just like a decent profits. Like this is okay. Um, but if you do have a lot of time, this is the perfect one because it does build a consistent win rate and it's a good way to build your account over time. So that is the 5 second strategy based off of 30-second candles and running with the momentum of it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.